No, Cliffjumper 1984, Red Rocks, the Alcoholic Autobot. Doing a different video that I haven't been able to do in a long time, which has to do with music. And if you haven't seen a bunch of stuff that I've done, or even noticed my intro, I played drums and have been in bands in my life. I've probably been doing it about half of my life. And I've never really done a video about my setup or anything. I've done videos in the past where back in this room here I've had videos where I've shown all my old gear of the semi-studio I had up here. I did sell it after I got done with my last band, and I ended up buying another car and got a lot of video game stuff. Yeah. But I want to put into detail really my setup, even though it's not a big deal maybe, but I just wanted to showcase what I play and what I enjoy, even though it's not the most awesome thing or by far anything anybody would ever be impressed with as a drummer. Over there is my regular Pearl Forum that was purchased in the year 2000, just regular black. Remo Ambassador heads and a pinstripe, and I do not remember what that bass head is actually called in that series. And that's a regular 5-piece, like 2 mounted rack toms and a floor tom. And then this is my other set here. Is it the drum or is it D drum? And this is a 5-piece with 2 floor toms. With a bunch, I got it basically as shells, and I had to piece this together. Really, I have an aftermarket. I think it's I say aftermarket like a car. Yeah, I've got a Thomas snare stand for my tom over there, the floating tom, and all the boom cymbal stand and an arm and another little arm for my china. For my ride cymbal. This is my pork pie seat. It was $179. It definitely feels nice, and the stars definitely go with the drum set, obviously, and the theme of some of my stupid tattoos I got when I was young. Yeah. I'm still stuck with the Sabian B8 hi-hats. They're really crisp. They kind of, in certain situations, they do sound a little high-pitched and definitely do sound cheap. I can admit that. I just, right now, dropping $230-$40 on a nice pair of good hi-hats is kind of out of the budget for me. And it's been out of the budget because it's kind of sad that I've had these 13 to 14 years. Dark Crash AAX. Yeah, I got that. I think I got a good price on that. $179 brand new. It definitely sounds really good as a studio crash, and then as a live crash, I definitely recommend it as the controlled sound for what it brings. I have my B8 10-inch splash here. Actually, to be honest, as a B8 product that this is probably one of my favorite splashes I ever heard because of the actual brightness of the cymbal, and it definitely has that presence that you can hear it when you're hitting other cymbals, that it's not just such a weak sound. A B8 thin crash. This isn't always on my setup that I always use. I have a 18-inch AA studio crash that I use in place of this, depending on the music that I use. And I will put a quick end of that up of some of my odds and ends of my cymbals toward the end of this. I have a B8 China cymbal, and you're like, wow, these B8s, you got a whole cymbal of B8s, that's pretty whack. Again, this is something I prefer. Because of the brightness and everything. It's another cymbal that I'm surprised at the B8 system that really stands out of the crowd, that really brings life to your whole setup. I don't care how people say how cheap it is. It really sounds like a good cymbal depending on the type of music you're playing. And then I have a B8 Pro. I've got this off of my old band that I got really cheap, a medium ride. They buffed out everything on the cymbal, which I thought was pretty sad. I have this decay beat on here. And I don't know why I have it currently on my setup. I used to use it when I used to use a dual ride setup with the other Pearl. I used to have an old Zildjian head with rivets in it, and it used to set on there, but I got rid of it, and I just thought it was a cool touch for the last type of style of music I was playing. As for the rest of the drum set, I do have a Tama double pedal. I don't even remember what series that is. It was like 329, 279, something like that. It came with hard case that was over there. And I do have the Aquarian double kick pad protector on there, an Aquarian super kick on the kick. Evans EC1 coated head on the snare, and I've always been a fan of the old school Yamaha silver dots. Oh my god, I got a broken stick. Alright. These are sweet too, because look at these Vic Firth ones. They got the red coated edges, just like Red Rock. Remo Leather King pinstripes. When I got the set, like I only got the shells for $5.50, and it came with these heads on. I think it was time probably to change these heads. I think maybe we'll take a shot at me playing a little bit of something. I'm not going to go all out. I'm not the best drummer in the world, but maybe we'll do a quick sound check of everything up here.